Hey, my friends, Jerry Handy Sr. here, and we are live tonight. It's Thursday night. It's 8 o'clock, a little after 8 o'clock p.m. Central here. Coming to you live from my home office here in Deep East Texas, guys. And it's definitely a pleasure to be here with you guys this afternoon. As we promised, we were going to share with you a couple of tips that's going to help you generate free traffic to your business. So that's going to be a power pack training here in just a second. So just hold on one second. We'll give the other guys a few seconds to come on. If you're visiting with us, of course, for the first time, you feel free to type in chat box. That for one, you can hear me and that everything is coming through loud and clear. I'm trying to monitor on another computer over here just to make sure everything is coming through okay. And it looks good on my end, but at the same time, guys, you just go ahead and you can type in the chat box if you can hear me. If you can't, let me type here something just in case you can't hear me. I'll just say, as I always do, can you guys hear me? Okay. And if you can, just go ahead and type, yes, sir, we can. Or no, sir, we can't. Either way, we're going to try to keep this training a little bit under 60 minutes so you guys can kind of, bask in what it is you're going to learn, because I think it's going to be something that's going to be instrumental in moving your business forward. My intent, my purpose, my goal, my objective is to always bring value into your business to help you one way or another, one fashion or another. I know that there is a lot of information out there online. As for those that are brand new, just getting started and trying to feel your way through, the mines that are out there, MINES, the bombs, things of that nature that's kind of across your landscape. And sometimes you can get so overwhelmed with a lot of different things that's going on, that you can really not make any progress. So I want to try to minimize the overwhelm to some degree to help you kind of, navigate through some of these things that are going on in your business. I'm just so proud of you and what you've accomplished and what you're doing and how that you're taking your business serious, that you're actually you're putting yourself in a position where you can become a better marketer. That's what it's all about. It's about education. It's about advancement. It's about you becoming better at what it is that you do. Just understand that you've taken on, something huge here. This is not something that you just can learn in one night and two nights or even with a month. It takes an ongoing process for you to kind of get your head around all the things, all the parts that are going on in your business. So just, be patient. And that's one thing I'd say, be patient and just know that in due time it's going to come forth. You'll start to experience the things that a lot of the markers that you see online are experiencing, and you'll start to make that progress, and you'll see that things start going uphill for you, and you'll start making some money along with it. Because at the end of the day, guys, it's all about a return on your investment. Invest in time, investment in money, investment in videos that you put into it. But it's only be so again. It's 5 after, so we've given everybody an opportunity to jump on board. I want to thank you all for joining us on tonight. It's definitely a pleasure, definitely a thrill for me to be able to share the content with you guys and help you in your businesses as you go forward. So let's jump right on in here really, really quick, and let's just share this information with you. I know that there are some guys that may not know who I am, so I always try to run through a little bit about me so you kind of get an idea. Of course, you can see me live here in living color, in the flesh, and that's the way I like to do it. I like to, just be completely transparent and just share with you what's working for me, strategies that I've tried, things that I've done that have brought about the results that I have definitely seen some return on investment because of the things that we've done, especially a couple of 2 tips we're going to share with you tonight. So just dig into it. Let's just dig into it and bring up presentation. And what I'm going to do here, guys, I'm going to switch screens here. And actually, I'm going to share my screen so you can kind of walk through the presentation with me. And afterward, I'll come back and we'll go live. And if there's any comments or questions or anything that you like to ask me personally, this is kind of why I do this, because I want to be able to make myself available to to you guys to help you if you have questions, if you have things that are kind of bogging you down, things that you need assistance with, pertaining to the topic at hand. We don't want to just get into an all-exhaustive conversation about all the different marketing strategies and all the things that are out there, but we want to just speak specifically on the topic that is at hand. So if you hear something in the conversation tonight, or in the presentation, or in the training tonight, that's kind of like stuck in your head, it's like, oh, well, how do you do such and such when you do such and such? That's what we want to deal with. That's what we want to discuss, and we'll dig into some other trainings later on at a later time. Again, we try to maximize the time that we spend together. We try to minimize the amount of of extra stuff that we get involved in, so you can stay on task and stay on point with what it is that we're sharing here tonight. So let's just dig right on in, and I'm going to share my screen. The other thing I want to say, guys, if you do have a question, just hold on to that question at the end of the presentation. And like I said, we'll have a question and answer session toward the end. If you do such a stellar job as sometimes I've seen, that sometimes individuals may not have questions for me because of the explanations that we've gone through with the presentation. So let's just see. Let's see how it goes. All right, guys. So let's just do this, man. Let's do this. Let's open up the screen share, and I'm going to jump on here and share my screen with you guys, and just get right into it. All right, if I can find, there we go. And let's just do that. And we should be live. It may take a couple of seconds for you guys to see it on your end because there is a slight delay in the Google Hangout platform. So let's get to it. Let's move in. Let me take a sip of water here before we get started. All right, guys. We're going to talk about tonight is 2 simple marketing tips to get free targeted traffic to your site. Okay. And I say this tonight because, when it comes to marketing, especially for those who are just getting started, brand new, don't have, the finances to really take the business to the next level, because that's why you started a business, right? You wanted to be able to make money, not necessarily spend money. But I would advise you guys that at some point you're going to have to spend some money, but you don't necessarily have to spend it, right out there, especially when it comes to traffic. Traffic is all over the place. Targeted traffic may not be all over the place. So you have to be specific about what it is that you're going to do. So tonight, I promise to just reveal and just disclose and open up to you 2 of the, again, simplest, most drop-dead targeted traffic generation strategies that you can use online. Get them directly onto your site, whatever you have going on, whether it's a generic website, if it's a niche website, if it's a blog, whatever it is that you want to get them to. We're going to share with you how to do that. But before we do that, again, I'm not sure as to how many guys that's actually been on one of my presentations before, one of my trainings before. So I always like to introduce myself so that you'll know who it is that's speaking to you and who it is that is, depositing information into your life or into your business. So let's just do that real quick. My name again is Jerry Handy Sr. That's me. That's a picture that my wife took outside of our church here in Lufkin. I'm actually in Deep East, Texas. I'm about an hour and a half north of Houston, Texas. And again, that's a picture that my wife shot. I think we were leaving, or might be, I think we were leaving service that evening, and she took that shot. So I kind of held on to it. All right, a little bit about me. First taste of my entrepreneurial world came in the 1980s, guys. Believe it, it's been that long. I just kind of got a taste of the business plan, so to speak. They were drawing circles here. Again, back in the early 80s, there was a company that I came across, or I should say a friend of mine introduced me to a company called Amway. And it's been around for a long time, and even to this date, it's still, I think it's called Amway Glow or something along that line. And when I saw it, man, it's made so much sense to me. It was a no-brainer for me. When you talk about residual income, you talk about doing something one time and getting paid for it over and over again. that's very attractive. And that's not anything that anybody can sneeze at when you realize that you can have what some would call ultimate leverage, right? Ultimate leverage when you can do something one time. It's like someone, you think about the essential services that everybody use every single day. What will come to mind? Water, gas, electricity, cell phones, all that type of stuff. That's a bill that they're going to pay every single month. They can't go without those essential services. Okay. So that's the nature of residual income. That's why I was like, okay, if I were to get involved in the company, at the time it wasn't Amway, because they were into, soap and things of that nature. And it probably still is to this day. But there was another company that we came across, and I'll share that with you as well, that kind of helped us open up our eyes to the point of, tapping into some other services, as I mentioned, essential services like electricity and gas and utilities of that nature, cell phones and what have you. So anyway, residual income was attractive to me. I kind of spent a little time on it. It was very attractive. So I jumped into the MLM world, built a local team after we got out of the Amway company, into another company called ACN. It was called American Communications Network back in the, I think it was about the 90s when we got involved in that company. And I kind of rose through the ranks, so because we built a team of people that were, entrepreneurial minded. They were hungry. They wanted change. They wanted to do something, a little different than what they had been doing. They kind of got the same pitch or same presentation that I did, when they start talking about how you can, get the financial freedom, the just all the things that come with a home-based business, financial independence and financial financial independence and freedom and things of that nature. That was just very, very attractive for everybody. So there are a lot of people that jumped on board and wanted to just really pursue this. So, needless to say, of course, sometimes when you have a group of people, they don't always stay together. They don't always stick together. This group, for the most part, we were kind of, traveling all over the country. We were in Ohio, we were in California, we were in Caucasus, New Jersey. We were just all over the place because we were really serious about building this business. As a matter of fact, when we first started the business, we didn't have a group that was a big group around here per se. So we did a lot of the traveling down to the Houston area to be around those who were doing the big presentations, and we can get some of our people around those bigger presentations, which of course gave them a little boost into seeing a bigger picture and caused us to grow a little faster. So we did the best we could to try to work it out as best as we possibly could. So with that said, guys, we kind of jumped into, because, sometimes people, again, don't stick around very long. They just kind of have short-sighted. So we just went into so many different companies because we just didn't believe in just quitting and giving up. That's just not, quit is not in me. When I have something stuck in my head, I just want to make sure that I can and make it happen. So a little bit more about me. I'm, of course, married for 20 plus years now. I have 5 kids and 4 grands, and one is in the oven, guys. Yes, my middle daughter is pregnant. She's 26 years old, and she's got one child, and you'll see her in just a second. But she's got another little boy that's on the way. We found out here just a few weeks ago, and she's due in May. My passion is for empowering and teaching people. If you be around me for any length of time, I'll not only do this from a home-based business standpoint, but I also do it offline at a local ministry, and I'll say a little bit about that in just a second as well. I live, again, in deep East Texas here, hour and a half north of Houston, Texas. We've got so many things going on around here in Texas. It's just, Texas is a state all within itself. It's just huge. And for those that have visited, or for those that may live in Texas, that may view this presentation live or may view presentation on a replay, just we know that it gets very, very hot here in Texas. So, but we still love Texas, right, guys? Absolutely. My hobbies are dog training and watching high school football. As I said, I live here in Texas, and football is huge here in Texas. It is massive, massive, massive. We got a lot of guys that come out of the college ranks that enter into the pros. A lot of guys that, Johnny Football right here from up the road, Kerrville, Texas, around Tyler, Texas. You got, RG3 from right down around Houston, Texas. You've got the cat from, where is he from? He is from Austin, Austin Westlake, Drew Brees. He's from right here in Texas. There's so many. The guy who quarterbacks for the Detroit Lions, he's from Texas as well. And, Washington Redskins, Colt McCoy, he's from Texas. It's just so many different people that come out of high school. I should say high schools here in Texas that play football in the National Football League. And believe it or not, my favorite football team is the Dallas Cowboys, and our local boy, Dez Bryant, is from Lufkin, Texas. So, yeah, it's all over, man. But we love high school football, and that's one of my biggest things we do, especially during school season, is go follow our local Lufkin Panther football team. And the other hobbies, guys, is dog training. I have a Belgian Malinois, Belgian Shepherd. I kind of started out with German Shepherds, but I ended up getting a more high-powered, more higher energetic dog called a Belgian Shepherd. If you do a little research on them, you'll find that a lot of them around the borders of the Border Patrol here in Texas use those dogs. They're kind of like a fawnish color, kind of tannish with a black face. They're real tough-looking, not evil-looking, but they're just real tough-looking dogs, and they go all day. They're just so much high energy, and that's why they're being utilized so much in the force. And as I said, I'm a minister here at the local non-denominational church since 1990. And as I mentioned before, it's something that I'm very proud of. That's my foundation. My faith is my foundation, and it is what makes me go. Okay, it is what sustains me. It is what has made me who I am today, and I don't apologize for anyone at any time. I'm so blessed and so thankful and so grateful for the relationship I have with the Lord Jesus Christ that I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. As I've said before in one of my posts, that it's God first, family second, and business has got to take a third or backseat to all of those previous that I've mentioned. So that's a little bit about me. And as you can see, there's my family, just a little bit about my family. That's me in the blue shirt to the right. That's my wife next to me in the white shirt. And that's my son in the white jacket. His name is Jerry Handy Jr. That's why I am called Senior. All right. And in front of my son there, that's his wife, Casanella, and his little baby girl, who's much older than that now. Her name is Jaylene. Next to my daughter-in-law, Kay, in front of my wife, there is my little middle daughter named Calencia and her daughter named Nylia. Calencia is the one that is pregnant, and she's due in May with a little boy. So we're looking forward to him, or I should say his arrival. And right next to my middle daughter is my baby daughter. Her name is Destiny Charisse, and in her lap is Kyra. That's my little granddaughter as well. That's not Destiny's daughter. That's my other daughter's daughter. So that's a little about my family. And enough about me. So let's just fast forward a little bit. Let's tell you about how we got into this online marketing world. Got into it in 2010, and big time, guys. I didn't have, the necessary resources, didn't have the expertise in a lot of different areas. I knew I wanted to do it because I saw the attractiveness of it, especially when you come from the offline world. You're trying to, generate leads and talk to people. They taught you so many different things in those network marketing companies about compiling a list of 100 names and, having a warm market and taking your product, service, or opportunity to these individuals. And it didn't always work out so well, right? So I wanted to come online. You have a lot of people. It's World Wide Web, right? There's people all over the place. You should be able to contact people that way and generate leads and things of that nature. But it wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. But I started this blog in 2010, and it has evolved into what it is today. This is the actual homepage. This is what it looks like now. It didn't look like that in 2010, but it does look like that now 5 years later. This is February of 2015, and I think we put this blog up sometime around April 2010. But it's evolved, and it's getting better. We're getting better. But a little bit more, I had no formal training, guys. I bought into a lot of the hype and the persuasive sales letters. Wasted a lot of money trying to find the success that most of us look for, and just in and out various programs. I mean, it's just one shiny object after the next. A lot of software, plugins, program after program. Just looking for that, you're looking for that silver lining. Say, what is actually out there that's going to work? What can I do to generate income? What can I do to have some type of success? But I just had no training. I just didn't know what to do. So I was just fumbling around, just really wasting a lot of time and wasting a lot of money until I finally found a mentor, guys, right, who just took the time to show me the ropes. Just let me back you up in the corner and show you how this stuff is done. And the thing about it is, guys, it took some humility on my part. You have to just settle down and say, I don't know what I don't know. And it's okay. It's okay for you to really acknowledge that you don't know what you don't know quicker rather than later. Instead of continually fumbling around and trying to figure out how all this stuff is working and you're wasting a lot of time and money, just say, I don't know. I'm throwing my hands up and I need somebody to help me. That's okay. That's one of the reasons why I do these trainings and I do these webinars, so that I can kind of help you, get through some of these things that you're fighting line, because it can be very, very difficult for you to get to where you're trying to get to if you don't know the path to take. It makes sense for if you have someone who kind of already done that, got the t-shirt, so to speak, okay, and have had some success online, maybe you can follow and do what they do. Maybe they do have a clue, okay? So it takes humility. It takes you humbling yourself and just saying, okay, I don't know, so show me. So that's what we want to try to do tonight, or not try, this is what we're going to do with you and for you on tonight. So anyway, found this mentor. He showed me the ropes, taught me the secret to what made the successful people successful. Marketers online, they started out in the same place as you and I started out, right? So they had to, at some point, learn a few things. So he kind of taught me, a little of this and a little of that, and it started to make sense to me. He became a coach, mentor, and even my online business partner, guys. Okay, and I started after that, finally started to make real money. And I'm not talking about pennies or $20 and $30 and stuff like that, but really real money that you can say, okay, now I see this is how it's supposed to be done, and this is how it works. So anyway, it's some of my recent earnings from one of the programs that I'm involved in. As you can see, guys, this is an actual screenshot of my back office and my call it a referral center, or what the company calls a referral center. You can see sold by Jerry Henry all the way down. And you can see the grand total of $2,780.14. Within a span of a few weeks, doing it all online from the comfort of your home. Now, imagine if you had that type of money coming in to your home, on a monthly, weekly, daily basis, or whatever the case is. Sometimes you got to realize that some people don't even make $1 online because they just don't know what to do. They don't know how to do it. They don't know how the processes work. So you just got to think with somebody who kind of has a clue as to how the processes work. I don't just do this stuff just for the sake of doing it. I spend the time, I spend the money, I spend the travel to get educated, to learn, what works and what doesn't work. It's good to have, walk alongside a partner or a mentor to help you through these things. But at the same time, it's also good to invest in yourself, because this is your education. This is what you're going to do as an entrepreneur. You've chosen this path. You've chosen this niche. So just go make it happen. So anyway, that's the screenshot. 2780.14 was a nice check for those few days. And we'll continue to grow it even more, because we know exactly what to do, and we know how to get the results that you see here. So what was the secret? Well, the secret is what we're going to talk about tonight. And it starts with traffic, okay? And not just any type of traffic. It's got to be quality traffic, not junk traffic. What's the difference between junk traffic and quality traffic? If you have an offer that you're selling iPods, right? You're selling Apple iPods. Well, your market should be after people who are interested in Apple iPods, not a market of people that are interested in dog biscuits. You see the difference? Okay, so your quality traffic would not be those that are interested in dog biscuits. Your quality traffic would be those that are interested in Apple iPods. So we have to go after the right people. You just can't go after anybody. That's why I say you have the World Wide Web, but everybody on the World Wide Web, not ones that actually. Our whole objective is we find a market that has a pain in the market, and we have a solution for the pain that they're looking for, right? We're ones going around. If a person is itching, then we have a solution. we're able to go and scratch the itch. We're able to bring about the salve that's going to calm the itch. Whatever the itch is, we can solve it with our product, service, or opportunity. So anyway, the secret is finding it and attracting that quality traffic and converting that traffic into leads, offering a high value lead bait for that traffic, and promoting congruent high value front end offer to that traffic. But tonight, our primary focus is what? Quality traffic, and how can you get traffic to your websites. So where can we get it? Okay, we're going to talk about 2 free high quality traffic generation methods. And as you can see there, signature traffic and blog hop traffic. Okay, what does it require? It requires a huge time investment. Okay, anytime you mention the word free, guys, this is just a revelation for you. If it's free, that could be a misinterpretation or misleading or a misunderstanding on your part. As you've probably already heard, there is nothing in the world free. Okay, it may be free as far as you not having to pull out of your wallet, cash money, or credit card to pay for it. You may not have to do that, but you will have to invest some time. Okay, and you're going to have to invest some consistent time, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But anyway, so signature traffic and blog hop traffic. So let's just get into it. Signature traffic, this is tip number 1. All right, so what we want to do when it comes to signature traffic, right? We're specifically and mainly talking about forum marketing, right? If you ever heard of that term called forums, you have different forums on the internet line that you can find. Okay, first thing you want to do is you want to identify your niche market. Identify your niche market. Find out what it is that you're actually involved in. If you're in the online marketing space, then of course, that's your niche market. If you're into artistry, then that's your niche market. If you're into dog training, then that's your niche market. If you're into crocheting or sewing or scholarship funding, that's your niche market. All right. Again, you got to make sure we have this, because if we don't solidify this in our mind, then we're going to go after all these other markets that are not relevant to our offers or not relevant to what it is that we're trying to attract them to. And when we can't attract them to things that are relevant to them, what are we attracting? We're attracting crappy traffic that is not quality for your offer, right? So what you need to do is do your research and find relevant forums. Okay, find relevant forums. Do a Google search. Okay, if you're into crocheting, do crochet forums. Okay, if you're into dog training, do dog training forums. Okay, if you're into Apple iPods, do Apple iPods forums. Search it out, find them, and preferably forums with high traffic. And you can find out the traffic, stats or numbers are through Alexa.com, an Alexa analysis to find out how much traffic is actually coming to this website. And if it's a website that's not generating a lot of traffic, then that's probably a website that you want to spend a lot of time on it, because if there are no people there, you cannot attract any people back to your site. But if very little people, what's going to happen? You're going to have very little traffic that has potential of finding site through the things that you do. Okay, what is your objective when you go to these forums? Your objectives, my friends, is to create a profile. Okay, and I have profiles there because you want to join more than one forum. Okay, because you want to be able to siphon traffic from a number of different forums. But don't get to the point where you overwhelm yourself, okay, and don't have a lot of time. You just kind of like you're doing so much that you ain't really doing anything, right? Because you got yourself spread too thin. So pick 2 or 3, high traffic forums where you can spend a lot of time. And as I said here lately in the last bullet point there, is that you need to be consistent when you go there in the forum community. And I'll show you that in just a second, what you're going to be doing when we get there. All right. Now, if it comes to internet marketing, I'm into internet marketing, right? So my objective is to find forums in the internet marketing niche, right? And the biggest, most, uh, high traffic forum on the internet for internet marketers is a forum called the Warrior Forum. As you can see on the screen, Warrior Forum. Okay, so what would I do? I would come here to the Warrior Forum, and you see that green arrow at the top on the right where it says register here. I would click that button, and I would join. It says join us for free. All right, so that's what I'd be doing. Click on that button. I would join for free. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go here and I'm going to create a profile. I'm going to give them my username. I'm going to give them my password. I'm going to give them a little bit of information about me, whether I'm male, my age, things of that nature. You don't have to give, all of your contact details, but some way for people who may be joining this forum, may be able to look at your profile and see what you're all about. Maybe you want to give them your website, your blog site, your Skype address, your Skype name, your Twitter name, all your social profile, so that you connect with people once you go here. Because the name of the game, guys, is you're going to build relationships and connect with people. You're going to be able to communicate with these people in these forums, right? And when we talk about high traffic, like I say, we go in, you do Alexa.com, just tracking to see what type of traffic comes to the sites that you're interested in. This one gets a lot of traffic. Okay, how much traffic? As you see in the green box, the arrow that's pointing to the box, is you have 903,726 members. Okay, 903,726 members at the time of this screenshot. All right, and you can see where it says the most users online was 202,353 on January 1st, 2015. You think this forum get a lot of traffic? Absolutely, and that's why a lot of online marketers come to this forum in particular. Okay, but what are you going to do when you come to the forum? Okay, we know you create a profile, right? Your name, your username, password, your social connections, your Twitters, the YouTube, Facebook, things like that, so people can find you, people can communicate with you. Then what are you going to do? You're going to go and you're going to start scanning the forums. You're going to look for relevant threads that you're interested in. As you can see in the screenshot, right? It says how to reach the really rich. That's somebody who's interested in reaching the really rich people, right? There's another guy there. Raymond T says, anyone have a podcast? Okay, there's another guy saying, I am Pat Flynn's annual income report for 2014 hits almost 1 million, right? Here at the top, there's one that says for newbies only. Why do you think you fail online, right? So when you go into a forum, your objective is to go in and find relevant thread that pique interest. And if they pique your interest, and you want to, of course, dig off into them and start commenting and start sharing information that's going to help them. If you know an answer to something that they're talking about, then of course you're going to jump in there and you're going to give them an answer. The whole objective in coming to forums is that you're going to come and bring value. You bring education, you're going to bring experience, you're going to bring something that you know about. You can assist somebody, help somebody. Don't come into forums just to blast your website link so people can click on your link. They will find you out quicker than you got there, right? This is a social forum. This is a forum that a lot of people visit a lot of times throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month. So there are those who have the agenda to come in and spam the forum and leave, okay? If you're going to do this technique or this strategy, be consistent, because you're going to become a part of a community. And this community is going to be looking for your contributions. And when you contribute value, you contribute things that really help them, that opens up their eyes, that educates them in some fashion or some way, gives them your experience in some way, then by all means, they're going to be looking for you. They're going to be hunting you, and you'll no longer become you will no longer be the hunter, but you will become the hunted. People will hunt you down for the content that you share. Okay, so that's one way that you can do. Just scan the forums, look for what other people are posting. You got different authors, different people who actually get the thread started off, but you can also flip the script and start your own thread. You can see here, this was back in March 22nd, 2013. I just took a little screenshot of me. Actually, I started a thread there, And I just said a blog or website, which is better. Just striking up conversation. Okay. And you can see in the screenshot, it says, I've heard from time to time that it's better to have a blog online rather than a website. What do you guys think and why? Does either one give you an advantage from an SEO standpoint, or are they relatively the same? Just curious. And what was my objective? Is just to generate conversation, just to open up their minds. And of course, I could have put, some of the rest of the thread there to show you what they were talking about or how they responded to my thread. But the objective of the screenshot here is just to show you that I personally started a thread to show you how it's supposed to be done. And the purpose of starting the thread is like, okay, well, why are you over there? You're just doing a lot of talking. You're just conversating. You ain't really doing that. How do they actually find your website? Okay, look at the bottom of that post. What do you see? You see in a red box with an arrow pointing toward it that says, I made money online till I learned this stuff. Okay, you know what that is? That is a signature that is piquing the interest of someone who's looking to make money online. Okay, it may relate to them. They may be saying to themselves, you know what? I ain't made no money. I wonder what did he do in order to make money? So that's going to pique their interest. What they're going to do? They're going to click on the link to find out what it was that I did. Okay, the link is going to take them where? It's going to take them because it's hyperlinked, and you can find out how to do that. Okay, because all you're doing is creating a signature in your profile. And every time you post, you see at the bottom, it says every post is a path back to your site. So the more you post on the forum of 903,000 members, right? Every time you post, if you write something down there on the post that is helping someone, is creating some events, is giving them some type of value or education or whatever, if they see the benefit of how it helps them, they're going to seek you out and they want to want more from you. So they click on your link in your signature. That's what we call it, the signature traffic formula or signature traffic mode. You can now generate traffic for free, but all you're doing is what? Going in and spending your time. You're going in and scanning forums. You're going in and reading about what other people are dealing with, what kind of issues, what kind of problems, and how you can bring a solution to their problem. And when you bring a solution to their problem, then they're going to hunt you down to find out more about how you can help them in other areas. So, but again, every time you make a post, it's a path back to your site because that link is going to be embedded. Your website link, I should say, is going to be embedded within that signature link, and it's going to get them back to your website. Make sense? Cool. All right. So strategy number 2. Let me take a sip of water. All right. Strategy tip number 2 is called the blog hop method. Okay. And as you can see, it's got the word blog in it. So obviously it's pertaining to the blog or some type of blog. What would you think it would mean? Blog hopping, right? It entails that you're going to be moving from one blog to another blog, right? It's a method. It's a process. It's something you're going to do. And what would we suggest? We would suggest, again, as we said, forum marketing, you want to find high traffic niche blogs. Niche means blogs that are relevant to your area, whatever you're involved in. You may not be involved in online marketing or network marketing or affiliate marketing. You may be involved in selling poetry or whatever. Find blogs that are related to your niche. Okay, again, you can only drive quality traffic when you find the target audience that you want to put your product, service, or opportunity in front of. Right? So when you do that, you're going to be bringing laser targeted people who are interested in what you have. If they are not interested in what you have, then just follow the formula when it comes to traffic, and you can get all the traffic. You won't convert the traffic if it's not traffic that's looking for you to offer. So be specific. Write down, look, do research, Google search, niche blogs in your area of interest. All right. And then because of this method, it's going to generate target traffic and leads. That's what I want to make is very critical and very key. And it's actually the website is called gravatar.com. What does this mean, and what is this going to do for you? I'm going to show you in a second, but let me explain it to you. Gravatar is when you're doing blog hopping, okay, you're going to be entering your email address on these blogs. And if you don't have a Gravatar, every time you enter your email address on these blogs, there's going to be a mystery man or a silhouette that's just going to show up with no face on it. Okay, understand that you're doing this blog hop strategy is going to entail that you're going to be communicating with people. You're going to be building some relationship with people. You're going to be connecting people, right? So people need to see your face. If you just go to a blog and just type a comment on a blog and whatever, and boom, you're gone, and they don't see a face, they're like, well, who is this? And I see a name, but I don't know nothing about who this person is. Is it male? Is it female? Is this person just creating some type of fake identity or whatever? All right. Your whole idea, guys, online is that you want to be open, honest. You want to be transparent. You don't want to be trying to hide behind your computer. You don't want, not want people to see who you are, because that's going to lower your chances of converting those people into the things that you want them to be converted into, whether it's your program, service, opportunity, whether it's your buying your art, whether it's, helping you in your crochet business or whatever it is. If it's, buying your dog collars, doesn't matter. You've got to be open and upfront and put your face out there. So you need to go to gravatar.com and register your email address there. So every time now you post your email address on the person's blog, then your picture will show up. All right, your photo will show up, and that's going to help you in your blog hopping method as well. And lastly, having your own blog, preferably your own blog, because ultimately what we want to do, we want to drive traffic back to our sites, right? We want to drive high quality traffic back to our sites. That's what we want to do. Okay, so don't forget about that. All right, let's move on. Here's the form. Once you get to a blog, okay, you went through the blog, and I'm just trying to keep this concise and to the point. I don't want to go through a lot of different slides, but once you get to a blog, at the bottom of the blog post, that's going to be an area where it says you can leave a reply or leave a comment. What do you see there first? That's the name. So what you're going to do, you're going to type your name. Okay, in my case, it will be Jerry Handy, right? Secondly, you're going to type your email. Okay, in my case, I'm going to type my email address there. And then thirdly, as you see in the box, it says website. There, you're going to type your website. All right. And as you can see at the bottom, it says what your objective is to type a value field comment. Okay. Make sure that what you're doing, your objective, you go in, you go to a blog post, just like going to a forum. You go to a blog and you read the blog, you read the blog post, find the one that interests you, you see what the content is all about, and you say, okay, well, what I want to do is I want to add more value to this blog post. I want to say something that may be in a different perspective on this blog post. I want to help this guy out, or I want to help his readers out, or I want to do something that's, going to add additional, again, value to the post. And when you do that, type your value field comment in the space and you click submit, or whatever the phrase is there, or the button says. You click that, and what happens? In this case, here's Linda. Okay. She went and did the same thing. This is a post from my blog. She's communicating back with me, actually February 12, 2015, right? So when she put her name in that forum and she put her website in that forum, what it did is made her name clickable. It hyperlinked her name, and now it's clickable. So if anybody comes along and clicks on her name, what is it going to do? It's going to take them to her website. If she comes there and she communicates value, she says something that's, positive, uplifting, inspirational, motivational, whatever the case is, it's going to get liked, and people are going to want to find out more about Linda. So they click on her name. And when they do that, they get redirected to her blog site, right? And as you can see, the picture there to the left, that's because she has her Gravatar, her email address, and her photo all over on gravatar.com. So every blog that she goes to, anytime she put in that email address that is connected to gravatar.com, that picture is going to show up on all of those blogs, right? Now, there's another little trick that a lot of us use, and you can use as well for yourself when it comes to blog hopping, because your objective is to find high quality, high traffic blogs of individuals who are active in their blogs, right? They have traffic coming, they have people interacting with them. It's not a site that is dead, not a site that hasn't had an update, hadn't had a previous blog post. It's an active site, because you want active sites where active people are there. Doesn't make sense to go to a blog site and there's nobody coming back. There are repeat visitors. There's no constant update of the content. There's nothing there. So why waste your time there? You don't want to waste your time there. You want to go where there is activity, right? Now, with that being said, there are some blogs that have a plugin on it called Comment Love blogs. As you can see, my blog, if you've ever been to my blog, and you probably have, you'll see at the bottom when you get ready to make a post that this blog is enabled with the premium version of Comment Love. And what it does is you look at the bottom of that post where it says, Linda recently posted, putting in the effort and make things happen. Okay. When she left a comment, it gave her an option to pick a particular link or particular article from her site, right? That she could leave on my site when she get ready to click the submit button, right? Let me say that again. She left a comment, and now because I have this Comment Love plugin on my blog, because I know it's going to encourage people to leave comments because they get something out of it, not only from a backlinking strategy, and that's not what this video or this training is about, not from a backlinking strategy, but from the standpoint of now I can leave a comment and I can get one of my links on this blog. So when somebody comes through and read this post, if they want to find out about putting in the effort and make things happen, they click on that, and what's happening? That's going to be redirected back to Linda's blog. And now she's got targeted traffic from a website that's in the same niche that she's in, and now there's laser targeted traffic going back to her website from my website. And what are we going to do, guys? We're going to be going from blog to blog to blog to blog, doing the same process, doing the same thing. We find us a few key blogs that we want to visit on a regular basis. We create a blogging community that where we're reading each other's blogs and things of that nature, and we're commenting. And what that's doing is that's building up traffic. Again, every post, every comment that you make is a path back to your blog site of traffic that is targeted to what it is that you have to offer. See the power in this concept, see the power in these strategies. These are the strategies that one of my mentors utilized when he first started his business, and he took his business to the next level because he realized just the power of the concentration of people who are interested in what it is that you are offering, people who are interested in connecting with you and building and forming relationships that's going to be around for years and years to come. As these people go from site to site, of course, you're driving traffic, and your whole objective is you want to be able to convert that traffic. And that's something we'll talk about at a later time as well. But the objective of this training tonight was to share with you these two powerful tips, simple, powerful. You see how simple they are. They're just so drop dead, but they work like gangbusters, and they work every single time that you can have traffic coming back to your site tonight. The moment you leave this webinar and you go and you start implementing this strategy and you go and find those related blogs and those related forum sites, you will see really, really quickly that people's going to take an interest in what it is that you're talking about if you're bringing value, and they're going to want to find out more about what it is that you have to offer, and they're going to be coming to your site like you would not believe. So give it a shot, guys. Give it a shot. Give it a try. So let me give you a graphical overview of how this is happening. As we can see, we got our two strategies working. We got a forum traffic working, and we've got our blog traffic working, and we've got it all redirected coming back to you.com. Okay, it could be jerryhandy.com, it could be, johndoe.com, whatever your name or whatever your blog site is. You got forum traffic and blog traffic coming back. Visitors are arriving here because they were seeking you out due to your value-filled posts in the forum or either your value field comment. It's simple. It is so profoundly simple that it's not even, it really doesn't even make sense. That's how powerful this strategy is. And this strategy, I can tell you just a little story. I had, a matter of fact, it was here at the Warrior Forum that I was posting several years ago. And I put that, you saw the signature link there. I had a lady call me. It was probably about, this is February 2015. It's probably about November of 2014 that called me on my phone because she got my phone number off of my blog. Actually, I think she Skyped me, and she said, I saw the post in the Warrior Forum, and I saw your link at the bottom of that post, and I clicked on it and got me to your website. Tell me that's not powerful. Okay. A post from years ago. As I said, every post that you put out there is a path back to your website, and people will find you. Proof of concept. It worked. She found me years later and asked me about a specific issue that was going on in her business, and I was able to help her out with that. But that's the power of that. But they arrived there because they were seeking you out due to the value field post in the forum or either your value field comment. All right, just a quick recap, guys. We went over two strategies: forum marketing, blog hop method. The objective is massive value. Be consistent, right? Don't post sporadic. Don't like, oh, I'm gonna go in and post today, and then I'll go back 2 weeks later. Okay, and I'll go and post a couple of 3 times within that week. And I'll wait 3 weeks, and I'll go back and I'll post again. You know, that's too sporadic. And you're not gonna build a following. You're not gonna build the traffic following that you're looking for if you're that inconsistent. So don't be sporadic, be consistent. And this is the last thing, guys. Be genuine and be truthful. If you don't know the answer to something, don't make up nothing, right? Don't just make up nothing just for the sake of, okay, well, let me kind of fake it. You know, let me fake this comment, or let me fake that I know the answer to this or whatever. Don't do that. Be genuine, be truthful, be authentic, be yourself, right? Because eventually people will begin to find out who you are, because what's going to happen? When they click on that link, they're going to go back to your website, they're going to go back to your blog, and they're going to find out more about you. Because why? You should have things there relative to who you are on your blog, and people begin to know a little bit more about you. Because as we've learned over the years, that people do business with those that know, like, and trust. If they don't know you, they don't like you, they don't trust you, they're not going to do business with you. So be genuine, be truthful, be authentic, be your real, true self. All right. And, you know, as I said, that's when we're talking about traffic, you can't talk about traffic without talking about conversion. So we're going to talk about conversions. And what is that? That's actions, that's sales. When you talk about conversion, we're talking about people who are joining your list, people who are opting in, people who are buying what it is that you have to offer. There's a science to that. There's an art to it. There's a way to do it. There's a way not to do it. So we're going to try to dive into those things as well in our next training session. So you guys kind of have a mixture of the traffic and the conversion equation. Okay. And you're going to be very, very, thrilled and excited, and just, so pumped for that knowledge and for that educational experience that you're going to gather from that. So anyway, we're going to open it up for questions and answers, and I'm going to return to the screen here, or actually to the video, so we can do this live and in living color. Let's stop screen share. Let's stop the screen share and see if we can go back to broadcast here. There we go. All right, we're back, guys, and we're going to open up the floor, see if there's any, actually right on point, 8:56. Wow, we're getting pretty good at this. 8:56, if there's any questions, guys, that you have. And I know sometimes, as I found out the last time that we had there was a question that came through that I missed, and I didn't want to ignore that. What happens is there's a delay when you post and when I actually receive it. It may be 20 minutes later, so I want to make sure I give it time. If you guys have any questions that you'd like to ask me, I'm more than willing and happy to answer that question. But if not, we definitely understand. I think it was pretty much simple and self-explanatory. I think you got the gist of how this process works, how the blogging and the form marketing works. For the better part of the last we've you be genuine, you got to be authentic, and you got to be consistent, and you got to bring the value. Okay, all those things go together. You can't be sporadic. Okay, you got to be truthful. You got to be honest. And every time you post every time you make a comment, every time you do something of value, it's leading it's leading a path back to you. All paths lead back to the website, and that's again quality traffic. Okay, will convert. We're going to get those things next. That's quality traffic. We're able to, get the 2714 within that time span, the 22,714, 714 that time because we knew what to go after. We knew the quality of the traffic we needed, and it's the same type of quality traffic that you need. Maybe not specifically the same from the standpoint of what we are saying. What we mean is that your traffic needs to match your okay. It's like my traffic matches my offer. Your traffic needs to match your offer. So just remember that. Let me check here real quick. Make sure that there are no other questions. Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay. All right. So we make sure that we are good. So if there's any questions, please guys go ahead and type questions in the chat box. I'll give you a couple seconds. I know that it takes time to come through, but we are cool. I'm cool with that. If that's what you want to do. I don't want to miss out on your questions. It's a really simple process that you can see. And as I said, my mentor he used this technique back in 2008, I think it was when he first started online, and I mean got hordes and hordes of traffic that came in and bought what it is that he had to sell. But the thing is that he built that relationship. The okay. He had avatar, he had his image out there, he had his picture out there, he put videos out there. Someone came back on the path back to him, he was building that no trusting. And when you this community farm marketing, what happened, people can see who you are. Say it again, be so authentic, you be truthful, you be honest, okay? Right? Now you said, okay, I see y'all. Thank you so much. Instant advice. So let me ask you, how long have been since you came? Because long ago, man. I started 5 years, 5 years time on the internet. But the thing is what I've learned is that the more, in take information in and applying it to my first, and then of course to my business. And I did this the other day. I put up a blog to kind of people working on myself and my business. I think myself get mentor definitely help and who's kind of been definitely help. All I can say is that you have to be fear of work. You one step at a time. What's wrong?